we can be affected by that. You know, if the mother's pregnant and anything that she takes in her body, the baby feels it. If she's upset, the baby will be upset. So I believe I was affected by all of that.
Okay.
And it didn't stop.
So, from what I understand, you grew up in North Philly.
Yes.
But all of your...
My father is from North Philly.
Mm-hmm.
My father was from Thompson, Harrison Projects. That's where my father was from.
Okay.
You have Harrison Projects, Cambridge Projects, and Richard Allen Projects all bunched up together. I had family members that lived in Richard Allen and some in Cambridge Projects. So as a youth, from, I'm going to say up to about maybe 8 years old, I probably ran through that area. Between Richard Allen, Cambridge, and Harrison Projects in North Philly.
So
my mother's father and mother lived in South Philly, so I used to take trips down there to visit them. I'm the youngest out of 2 girls, so therefore my mother would take me down South Philly so I can have my cousins to play with that were boys.
Mm-hmm.
My father wasn't around. My mother and father was they got divorced when I was like 2, so I never saw my father living in the house.
Okay. Now I'm just going to say this: the fact that which moms often do, they try to provide their male side
Right.
for their sons.
Yes.
So I mean, because I know I had to do that for my son. I got him into sports, and you know he had a lot of cultivating from his uncle as well.
Right.
Because he did not have his father in the household. So I'm just saying, with you migrating and going to the South Philadelphia area, I know you talked about it in the book.
Mm-hmm.
What started to make a change in your life?
It wasn't one thing. There was no one thing in particular. Like in the book, I started out like any other kid. You know, we would go out being down there. We were playing, riding bikes, just doing things that kids do. And as the times change, I mean, we change with the times. We're talking about the late 70s, early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start going into the mid 80s, it was the crack epidemic. A lot of people didn't really understand crack, what was happening with it. But as a youth, it was easy for an older guy to ask a kid to take a bag and carry it down the street. You know, and as a kid, if they tell you you're going to give you $10 to carry something down the street, you ain't looking in the bag. You're worrying about getting the $10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so over time, I was always curious. I always paid attention to what was going on, and I started to see, and I started to understand, and I mimicked what I saw. You know, they were superheroes to me. When I see the guy riding around in a nice car, nice clothes, a lot of women, money.
I think that was like, honestly,
You know?
especially during the 80s, it was very rampant, and that's what you saw.
That's what I saw, and it looked like everybody was doing it in my neighborhood. That's all I saw. I couldn't tell you at the time anybody that worked. I mean, I'm quite sure people work because I see guys today that's been with the city for 30 years, and I never knew they worked because I never saw them going to work. That's not what I saw. What I saw was the guy in the fancy car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the guy that was going to work every day and going in the house to take care of his family, I wasn't attracted to that.
You know what? And just thinking of the way that you said that, it's not what you saw. And it's like, even though everything is going on around you,
Mm-hmm.
it is, and I'll just say, it is difficult to actually grasp upon the other